evening, and how do you do? This is an informal program of songs and monologues, and we are a company of two, and here to play for me and for you is William Blizzard. I'm going to start with a sketch called Dumb Friend. Flatty, good dog, down. Flatty, get down. Let go of Mr. Plimsoll's thumb. So sorry, Mr. Plimsoll. He always welcomes my visitors for me. Now, Flatty, sit. Where are you going to sit? Find a place and sit. Now, sit, sit, sit. Other people's dogs are such a nuisance, aren't they? Well, actually, he's a very obedient boy. I said sit. Well, we don't really know exactly quite what he is, but we think he's part Labrador and a part Spaniel, the Elizabeth Barrett Browning type of ears. But all we know for sure is that he's #1 boss man here. But don't say I said so. Flatty, get off the sofa and let Mr. Plimsoll sit down. Will you be all right there, Mr. Plimsoll? It is good of you to come and see me, and I hope I've got something that's going to interest you a good deal. I say, if you feel like it, do light up. Have you got a match? Well, would you let him blow it out? Now wait, Flatty, wait. Let Mr. Plimsoll light his cigarette first. Rather a damp blow, I'm afraid. Well, you know, ever since I met you at my cousin's coffee party, I have been thinking that perhaps I'm right in believing that you too are interested in things of the mind. Good. Well now, are you interested in extrasensory perception, thought transference and things of that ilk? Ditto. Very much indeed ditto. Flatty, get off that sofa. Squatter's rights notwithstanding. He thinks you're sitting in his seat. Well, quite recently, I've been doing quite a lot of research on this thought transference business with Ainsley Bruce Pedley. I expect his name is very familiar to you. Oh, isn't it? Well, he is the man who wrote, I think, a very remarkable book, Mind Out, Thought Coming Through. And this is the way we worked it. You see, Mr. Flatfoot, to give him his full name, he answers to Flatty, but yes, you do, don't you? Yes, well, quite now. Well, Flatty and I would plod along to Ainsley's place, and then Ainsley would go into one room, I would go into another, and he would try and transmit messages through the wall to me. But we didn't get terribly encouraging results. Well, I always got the same message. It was very simple, just 2 words. Go home. No, he hadn't sent it. I think that's so interesting, don't you? No. What really he had sent were really more images. You know, things like a cup and saucer and ace of spades, that sort of thing. But what I got, loud and clear, was go home. So, go home I went. I say, don't look now, but he likes you. He only leans on people he likes. Don't worry about his hairs, they brush off quite easily. Well, you know, I got hold of a television set quite lately, and a goggle box, and he and I are very keen viewers. Yes, you are, aren't you? Yes. He's particularly keen on the commercials. There's a commercial for a biscuit called Crash the Cookie That Crumbles. You know it? Crash the crumbs and taste the sunshine. A little bit far-fetched. Flatty, don't dribble on Mr. Plimsoll's foot. It's the thought of the crash cookies. Isn't that interesting? But, you know, he can anticipate these ads coming on the little square screen, and he sits in front of it trembling and making little sort of... Yes, you do, don't you? Yes, well, don't do it now. Shut up. When these advertisements come on, he goes absolutely bonkers. Round the room, you know, the tail thrashing, barking, the full malarkey. And when it's over, total and utter collapse. It's really rather terrible to see. I say, you are fond of dogs. You don't mind that he's just climbed onto your lap, do you? No, he is a bit big, isn't he? Come on down, old boy, come on, down, now, go out, go out. Well, the other day I had him out on the lead because he's a terrible duffer in traffic, and he insisted on taking me into the self-serve supermarket. You know, down, I said, shall I? And when we got inside, he went straight to the biscuit counter, where he retrieved a king-size carton of these crash cookies. Well, of course, I had to buy it after that, because it wasn't in terribly good condition. He doesn't know his own strength. Look, I don't want to shake hands with you. All right, you go and sit with your new friend. You don't mind, do you? Well, this has been going on for quite some time, and I have been a bit troubled about it, but I believe I've discovered what is happening. I believe the television advertising people are working through dogs, and he is their agent. And of course now I realize that it was his superior intelligence was sending me those messages at Ainsley Bruce Pedley's. Go home. Look, he thinks you want to go home now. He's going to try and drag you to the door. Flatty, come here. Flatty, come here. Mr. Plimsoll, come back. Flatty. Flatty, come here. Have you been sending messages again?